Be strong.
Hello, kids! Welcome to another lesson for this quarter. English 4, Quarter 4, Week 2, Writing a Short Story. It is MELC-based. Of course, before we start, I would like to request everyone, for those who are not able to subscribe yet, please subscribe. There is a notification bell in there. Click it for more updates of videos. Thank you! After going through this lesson, you are expected to write a short story, fiction or nonfiction, with its complete elements. Realize that writing is fun and will confidence in writing. In your previous lesson, you learned to give conclusion to a realistic fiction. This time, you will be taught to write a story with its complete elements. Writing your own story clearly shows smartness, which will help you gain confidence and credence to what you write. Now, read the following ideas. Match the words in column A with the statement in column B. So, are you ready? From column A, setting, character, plot, climax, and resolution. In column B, A, the most exciting part of a story where the plot is leading. B, it provides us with the when and where the story took place. C, it is the conclusion of the story. D, the people or animals that take part of the story. And E, these are the events of the story. Okay, are you ready to answer now? Let us answer. Number 1. What will be the answer for number 1? Okay, good. B. Number 2. D. Okay. Number 3. E. Good. Number 4. A. And number 5. C. Well done, kids. To learn more about short stories, this is fiction and nonfiction with their complete elements, here are the ideas you need to remember. A short story is a piece of prose fiction that typically can be read in one sitting and focuses on a self-contained incident or series of linked incidents with the intent of evoking a single effect or mood. It is crafted from its own right. How about realistic fiction? Realistic fiction is a story that tells about characters and events that are similar to people and animals in real life. It can be a short story, novel, fairy tale, and fable. How about nonfiction? It refers to factual stories that are based on real people and true events. It can be a news, speech, history, biography, and essay. Okay, these are the examples of fiction and nonfiction, okay? Okay, fiction, a fairy gave the man a pot of gold. Nonfiction, okay, let's focus first on the fiction, the examples of fiction. Fiction, the fairy gave the man a pot of gold, a dog talked to his master, the fable of Owl and the Pussycat. So look at the difference. Okay, how about nonfiction? This is real. The history of the Philippines, news articles about coronavirus, and the speech of the principal. Okay, and this time, let's have the elements of the story. Character, what do you mean by character? Character, it refers to the person involved in the story. Antagonist, the one who opposes the main character in the story, and the protagonist, the hero of the story or the main character of the story. How about the setting? Setting is a place or time in the story, and plot, the events that happen in the story. Climax is the most exciting part of the story where the plot is leading, and resolution, the closing of the story, the conclusion, and where the problem was solved. Okay? These are the elements of short story. Again, what are the elements of the short story? Character. Of course, the character, it can be antagonist or protagonist. And the setting, the plot, the climax, and resolution. Good. Okay, now for learning task 1, let us practice writing a story, arranging the series of events, then write them in a paragraph form. Okay, you know how to write already in a paragraph form. Okay, the title is The Box. So let's going to arrange the series of events. Okay, let us read first. Mrs. Flores smiled and said, "Thank you, boys. I shall help you find the owner." And "Good morning, Miss Flores. We found this box under the stairs. Somebody left it," said Andre. "Let's look for the owner of that box," said John. Just then the school principal arrived. And the box? John and Andre were classmates. They came to school early. There were no other pupils in the school yet. "Look," Andre said. "There is a box under the stairs. It is big." So, the direction here, you're going to practice writing a story by arranging the series of events. So, let us arrange this one. Okay, let us analyze first, of course. Okay, what is the title of the short story? Let's find out. What's the title? Okay, The Box. And what will be the first plot or the first event of the selection? Of course, this is the first event of the selection. And the second is this one. Okay, this box. And the third, this one. And the last one, this one. Okay. Okay, now we're going to write in a paragraph form. Let's find out. This is the answer, okay? So the first one, the first plot, John and Andre were classmates. They came to school early. There were no other pupils in the school yet. "Look," said Andre. "There is a box under the stairs. It is big. Let's look for the owner of that box," said John. Just then, the school principal arrived. "Good morning, Mrs. Flores. We found this box under the stairs. Somebody left it," said Andre. Mrs. Flores smiled and said, "Thank you, boys. I shall help you find the owner." Okay, this is the proper way of writing and arranging the series of events and in a paragraph form. This is the way how you will write in a paragraph form. Okay? Very good. Next one. So learning task 2, you're going to read the following details given in the columns below. Arrange the details and write them in a paragraph form to create a short story. Do this in your notebook. So in column A, you can see the title, the setting, the character, the plot, the climax, and resolution, right? And of course, You can, in column B, there is the title, the setting, and the characters, and the plots, and also the statement of the climax and the resolution. Now, what will we do now? Of course, according to the direction, we're going to arrange the details and write them in a paragraph form to create a short story. So we're going to make a short story, then you will write in a paragraph form. Okay, are you ready? What's the title of the short selection or short story? Okay, good. Buddy and the cat. Now, how will you write? How will you write and arrange the details in a paragraph form? Okay, this is the proper way in writing. He listens to her with half an ear, not really believing in what she says. How could they not like me? I have beautiful shiny wings and long antennae. Surely they would love me, he thought. Then Buddy saw a black cat and said, I will show Mother Cockroach that she is wrong. But when the cat saw him, it immediately jumped and started running after him with its sharp claws. Buddy ran as fast as he could to the dark place under the cabinet and never ever came out. So this is the correct way in writing a paragraph form for a short story. Okay, do you understand? Very good, kids. For learning task 3, you're going to choose the story that you want to write, then refer to the outline below to help you remember the details, elements you need, and include a writing story. So, what will you do now? This is your time to write, okay? So, for the setting, time, place, location, the weather, mood, and atmosphere, and deals with 3 sentences. How about the problem and solution? Developing the plot line. What is going to be the main problem in the story? What event do you want to put to build more suspense? Right? What is the solution to the problem? What is going to be the climax of the story? What is the ending of the story? And the characterization, developing your character in the story. So, again, what will you do? You're going to choose a story that you want to write. Then refer to the outline here below to help you remember the details or elements you need to include in the writing of your story. Okay? So don't forget that. Then I'll show you the short story outline rubric. Okay? The solution resolution. The solution to the character's problem is easy to understand and is logical. There are no loose ends. Then the setting. Many vivid descriptive words are used to tell when and where the story took place. How about the plot? Several action verbs or active voice are used to describe what is happening in the story. The story seems exciting. Then it is very easy for the reader to understand the problem the main characters face and why it has happened. It should be the problem and conflict, and the solution or resolution. The main characters are named and clearly described in text as well as points. So these are the points: 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 points for this short story outline rubric. You got it? Nice. So here, for learning task 4, you're going to write a story of any of the given topics below with complete elements. Use rubric for short story. Rubric 1 rating. Please use the given sample format below. Okay? Your character is the inventor of new application in an online game. So your character living in poverty comes into unexpected fortune, or your character discovers a pot of gold. So you can choose one here. Then use the sample format here. This is the sample format. What is the topic? Then your introduction, the setting, and the plot, the problem, then the climax, and the resolution. I was able to give you already the sample of how you're going to write with complete elements of the short story using in writing in a paragraph form also, right? So don't forget the sample format. This is the sample format, of course. The topic, the first one on top is the topic, and the introduction, and the plot, and the climax, and the resolution. Okay, do you understand? Good. Okay, for how well you remember this lesson, you're going to supply the missing words to complete the ideas in writing a short story. A blank, let us read, okay? A blank is a piece of prose fiction that typically can be read in one sitting and focuses on a self-contained incident of series of linked incidents with the intent of evoking a single effect or mood. It is crafted from its own right. Blank is a story that tells about the characters and events that are similar to people and animals in real life. It can be a short story, novel, fairy tale, and fable. And blank refers to the factual stories that are based on a real people and true events. It can be a news, speech, history, biography, and essay. Now, let us answer. Are you ready? Okay. The first one, if your answer is short story, you're right. And the second one, realistic fiction. And the third one, nonfiction. Good. So, these are the correct answer for this. And of course, that's all for today, children. I would like to thank you for answering all the tasks and for understanding it. And of course, again, for those who are not able to subscribe yet, please subscribe. And there is a notification bell in there. Please click it for more updates of videos. Thank you very much, kids. Stay safe, everyone. Bye-bye.